Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is our energy systems and this new reality. What are energy systems? What is this new reality? We are going through an increase in consciousness. We are experiencing it as a raise in vibration. What's really happening is that our essence as consciousness, which is an extremely high vibration to start with, is coming more into a form, and we are experiencing that. Also, our energy systems are adjusting to be able to embody that more, to be able to take that in. It's a little bit like our devices now can handle so much more information, can download much higher volumes of information, and our bodies and our energy systems are doing the same. It's adjusting. Now, we all have different language to explain this, and the thing I notice for myself is that my energy system is changing. I just read the other day, somebody was saying our solar plexus chakra is mutating. I thought, well, mutation, that's a very interesting description. I just noticed that it's upgrading. So the techniques that I used to teach for many, many years, which are grounded in techniques that date back to the Egyptians, have to do with our energy channels and our chakras. And you can look up on the internet, there is volumes of conflicting things all about chakras. Basically, they're energy centers in our body that contain energy and information, yada, yada, yada. I have found this to be upgraded. And so, like specifically with the solar plexus, one of the things I'm noticing with it is that it is kind of going from the chakra that was our energy distribution. It's kind of going from gasoline powered to hybrid to Tesla. So just imagine as our systems upgrade, we're going to need to have an upgraded engine, and that's what the solar plexus kind of is. Though you'll find different definitions for that if you look at it on the internet. But I find all our chakras are shifting and changing, and I found it useful for me to release those expectations and those very solid definitions that I had from years of practice, years of training, and years of teaching, to seeing them as reference points. We have reference points because those systems and beliefs have been in practice in the storyline for thousands of years. Now it's a much more efficient connection point as consciousness. And consciousness itself embodies all information. So, for instance, the solar plexus is a reference point, and you might notice for yourself how it is shifting and changing. Feels different today. For myself, my root chakra is a reference point. I like to think of having a focal point there as bringing me into form, bringing my focus, and allowing me to be clear and present. Then also we have our heart center. That's a reference point. We have a throat reference point. We have a reference point below our belly button for our feelings. We have a reference point in the center of our head that allows us clarity of perception. Sorry, I'm just noticing mine upgrading as I'm mentioning it. I'm also noticing that they move around, which would have just driven me crazy in the past because they're supposed to be located exactly here and doing exactly this. And it's more like electrons nowadays, where electrons are kind of random and unpredictable and can be in two places at once. So yes, as consciousness, we are in multiple realities. So our reference points do kind of encompass that. And the top of our head, reference point for our knowingness. And the main thing is you can access all this information. You can access all these points at the same time, and that they're very useful for being in this physical form that you have created to navigate life with. So you can play with this. You can notice other places that might have your reference points as well. But notice as you move through your day with just having an awareness of these reference points, how it changes your experience of being in the world. Because you can be in this high vibration and new reality without feeling scattered. You can encompass all this information and still be focused. You can let multiple things be going on at the same time and still be fully present. So play with this and own it for yourself and upgrade your own definitions and see what happens. If you like these videos, you can subscribe to them on YouTube. You can also sign up below to get them in your inbox. If you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. I have a weekly radio show and podcast. I have a weekly blog and newsletter. I do meetups around the Puget Sound in Seattle, Bellevue, Tacoma, and University Place. If you're non-local, besides my podcast, a monthly webinar. And if you want to know more about how to navigate your life as consciousness and using these kind of techniques that are very subtle but very profound, go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and look at my coaching programs. I coach people from all around the world with Skype and Zoom and on the phone. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and look at my coaching programs. And I'll see you in another few days with another Mystic Minute.